Okay, so welcome back to another episode of Wikis Merkwood. I'm back from paternity leave, taken back over from Stevie, who I'm sure you enjoyed his beautiful voice over the last one. I'm here with our good friend Nicky, the new IHL coordinator. Say hello. There we go. 500 point event, Nicky. Exploding dice. Or IHL 80, GBHL 80, IHL 70. It says right at the top.
Yep.
With a lovely 20 attendees, which is pretty tasty. Nothing overly strange or startling about this one in terms of side quests or anything, so we're going to do a bit of a quick fire through the lists. The one thing Nicky has asked to be highlighted is that there is a lovely painting competition, as is very common in our events these days. Paint me like one of your elvish girls. I assume it doesn't have to be an elf girl, it's just a girl, is it? Let's see.
Just a female character,
just a female character. I will not have one of those done. That is been done anytime recently. Are you counting Shelob as a female character?
Yeah, my Shelob's on my desk, currently primed and ready. I'm going to paint her up for it, because I am actually, I bought a ticket. I'm properly competing in this one, so I can enter the miniature competitions in the army painting competition.
Is that something we're doing new this year? Like, is that were we ever actually able to do? I don't really understand why we weren't able to do that, but like,
I just can't I can't win the podium prize. I'll automatically get points for second, but if I do win the event, I don't get the prize for first.
okay.
But because I'm buying a ticket, I can enter all the other prizes. So
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's completely fair. Nothing else really standing out on it. All your just details are here. Everybody should have read this anyway. If you haven't, shame on you. I haven't read it, so shame on me. But yeah, other than that,
nothing strange. Just straight 500 points.
Yeah.
There's no side quests or special rules or anything. It's just a straight small points event.
Straight up scrap with some Beyblade to go in the middle. We have. I'm starting to enjoy this. Lists all just sent in on the difference. The one you used to get a list sent in. What was our old fucking thing called?
Battle Scribe. Oh, I hated that.
Compared to this, like, it's so clean and it's so easy to read from.
It checks it for you too, which is awesome. Like,
Yeah.
it just takes all that miles out of TO.
It's miles better. So we can kick straight in. We'll try and do this one reasonably quickly, given that it's a small event but a lot of lists. And then we'll do our typical wildcard picks and stuff at the end as well. So we'll start with yourself, Nicky. Do you want to take us through your list?
Yeah, so just a standard Kirthungle list. I wanted to get an excuse to paint up the new Shelob. So I've had pretty good success with Kirthungle in like the last edition. Haven't played it at all in this edition. So yeah, just Shagrat, a load of Mordor Urukai, Gorbag, a load of orcs with spears, and then Shelob herself. So she's currently unpainted, but I have tonight and tomorrow to get her done, so I should get her done.
Is it the new one? It is the new one, isn't it?
Yeah, so we'll see if her bigger base makes a difference to how she performs. I don't really imagine it will. She's kind of used as a roadblock anyway, so like I think it's pretty situational where it's gonna screw you over if the base being bigger makes a difference.
It's just a bigger roadblock, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's still it's just equally crap to me. I just fucking can't. She's even more freaky looking than she was in the last one, so it's just like, bleh. Do not enjoy.
There's something about her triggers that arachnophobia in me too. I think it's the angle of the legs. It's very creepy.
Not nice. But yeah, Shelob. Did you get your video done over in the end, or did you have to scrap it?
I made a time lapse of me building her and got the whole thing built, and then realized that I had put the legs in the wrong position. So there's 6 little holes in her abdomen for the legs to go, but the back legs actually go somewhere else. So I'd built it and then got to the end. I was like, oh, there's 2 extra legs, and it was such a nightmare to fix. Like, that's why I just rage deleted the video. I'll do a painted video for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not an easy model to build. The positioning of the legs is quite tricky, and if you don't get it right first time, it's such a headache to fix.
I reckon there's probably a few people have made that mistake then.
I've seen a few dodgy ones floating around on the Great British Hobbit League page. Yeah.
Is it just plastic this time?
Yeah, it's a plastic kit, and the way it goes together is really nice. The new kits are designed in such a way where all the mold lines are kind of hidden, but it also makes it really tricky to put together. Like the rocks took me like twice as long as Shelob because they join in really weird ways, so there's no
Mm,
seams. But lovely model, but not the easiest thing to build.
nice idea, hard in execution. Um, oh yeah. I've been enjoying your little videos as well, by the way. So anyone who hasn't seen them already, Nicky's doing little army building slash bat rep videos where you can see his absolutely abhorrent collection of models. Uh,
Yeah, so this wasn't a random spin army. This was just picking one that meant I didn't have to paint because I've had to paint nearly 100 models in January, so I'm
yeah,
having a
it's
break
fair.
for a week.
Absolutely fair. So yeah, not bad. 500 points, 32 models, no bows, no throwing weapons, breaks at 17, quarters of 8, and 6 might. On to one of the typical favourite army bringers, Mr. Mike Wilson, Army of Gundabad. Absolutely living up to his name here with 4 troll brutes, one obviously being a leader. 8 models, is that just because the little dude on top of each of them?
Yeah, so the rider is like an orc captain or something, I think. But maybe not as good as a captain, but it's like got one might, one well, one fate, I think.
Fair.
Um, so eight models, but like four physical
Yeah,
models.
it's just quite funny. It says breaks at 5. But yeah, 4 might. It'll just that'll be hilarious. That's just like the ski list, but it's so funny. They look really creepy as well. Like the way he's painted them kind of gives me a bit of an Attack of Titan vibe or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
they're weird models.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be very hard to like pit this for favorite army. As Mike's used to winning these, but it's just such a weird army to bring, and like it'll be hilarious to play against.
yeah.
I don't think it'll do particularly well, but I do think there'll be a few infantry lists that it might upset.
This is it.
There's a there's a list with nearly 60 or over 60 um, Moria goblins, and I really hope that they face each other because just four troll brutes wading through a big horde of goblins would be hilarious.
Yeah, it will be. It's a ski list. That's what I mean. Like it's not at all one that goes into win a tournament, but it can come up again. You get like a wrong scenario with it, and it's just going to be an absolute pain in the arse, but really funny to watch.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
so that's class. Absolutely expected from Mike Wilson. It's probably going to be it's right at the top, and it's probably going to be hard to beat. So yeah, close that competition now. Dave Murphy coming up for it. Corsair Fleet. Interesting pick. I haven't seen what Murphy's been playing because I've been too out of the game recently. But was he at Men of the West at the last tournament or something like that? So
Yeah, he was man of the West.
fair enough. He's at 34 models this time, 13 bows, 13 throwing weapons, breaks at 18, quarters to 8, 6 might. He's got Dalamir as his leader with 6 crossbowmen, 6 pirates with light shield and throwing weapons, and 6 with spear. Then a captain with crossbow, another 4 crossbowmen, another 4 pirates with shield and throwing weapons, another 4 with spear, and another captain with a crossbow with another crossbowman. So just a bit of a 40k list. I can't fucking talk, to be honest, when we get down a bit, but sure.
Aye, it's great to see the Corsairs come out. I don't personally think they're very good this edition. I think their troops are a bit overcosted and they melt very easily.
Yeah.
Um, but like I'd love to see this do well. Dave's a very experienced player, so it's in good hands. Um, I can't personally see it doing well. I think it'll melt against the higher defense armies. But 13 crossbows is nothing to be shied away from. They can put out some hurt.
Yeah, big time. Um, Corsairs have had their day. Whether they get their day back at any time, who's to know? But yeah, they're always fun to see. I do
Maybe
like
with it being
pirates.
500 points,
Yeah,
they're a bit better because every model you kill with shooting at 500 points, really makes a big difference compared to when you get to higher points. You kind of have more troops to absorb those like early kills. But if you get one or two big rounds of shooting at
yeah,
the start, and then suddenly you're facing a 20 model list, it could make a huge difference.
yeah, big time. So big things coming from Dave potentially. And on to MESVG's favourite son, bringing Gondor's favourite son, Mr. Calvin Phillips, with Reclamation of Osgiliath, 495 points, 22 models, 1 bow, breaks at 12, quarters of 5, and it has 9 might. He's got Big Bozza, Captain of the White Tower, with a banner and a shield, 5 warriors with shield, 5 with shield and spear. Then Faramir with 5 and 5 as well.
Yeah, a very solid list. So Calvin decided this year that whatever Secret Santa got him for Christmas, he would do his army based on that. And
Cool.
as she said, it's probably not so Secret Santa because I bought him Boromir, and then he made, I think, probably his third Minas Tirith army at this point because he keeps selling them.
He does, yeah.
But very solid list. Boromir's going to do like the lifting by himself in this list. Um, did he take the? He did take the banner. So with the banner, your troops are all fight 4.5, which is super annoying. So you're winning any draws against fight 4 armies. Your D7 with the shield wall. You're using Faramir's might well and fate this year, or just might.
I'm not too sure actually. I think it might just share the might.
Just solid all around, like one big hero and one decent hero, and then just a brick wall. I think this will do pretty well. It's low in the model count, but Boromir's in there, so
yeah. Faramir's good in this list as well. And it's kind of cool because it's almost like a skirmish army because it's just like the 2 lads with a little warband each. So pretty fun to see it at that points level. And it's painted beautifully as well. So fair play.
Very lovely army. Yeah.
Banner, like, so as people will see, definitely favourite painting contender, I would say.
For sure.
So yep, down to Callum. Birder's Horde. Is this the first time Callum has brought Birder's Horde?
Yes, he's been frantically painting up a horde of orcs. I think he's finding it pretty tough. I think he's near the end now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's also the first time anyone's brought Birder's Horde to the north anyway.
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, do you want to go through the list there, Connor?
Yeah, it's 37 models with decent numbers, 500 points on the button, breaks at 19, quarters at 9, and has 7 might. No bows or throwing weapons to speak of. It's got Big Birder himself, and then an Angmar orc with a banner, 7 with shield, another 7 with spear, then an orc captain, 6 with shield, 6 with spear, and a wild warg chieftain, nothing to sneer at. 2 warg riders with shield, and 5 wild wargs. They lend themselves to being quickly painted anyway, orcs and stuff, which is quite handy. Birder's obviously your trophy model in that list. He was frantically painting dwarves for my one last time, so nothing's changed there really in terms of the frantic painting.
Yeah, it's a very fun list. So you've got 37 models, which is solid, but then you've also got the ambushing birder who can come out of a bit of scenery in the back of the board, which is hilarious.
Yeah. And the wild warg chieftain as well is decent, like, so.
Yeah, I expect this to do very well. I think numbers at 500 points are very important, and 37 models with a big monster, and then in the wild warg chieftain, solid all around.
Numbers are very, very difficult to deal with when you're at low points, unless you've just got one of those armies that's like so hero heavy that they're also incredibly hard to deal with at 500 points, like your bears and whatnot that just have a lot of cleaning up. So yeah, decent. Callum, we step into this is his first step into evil as well, taking away his wee stumpy legs and trading them in for some big trolls.
It is his first time playing evil, as far as I'm aware. Actually, yeah.
Took me a long time as well when I first started playing the game to play evil. Still haven't played a list that uses magic. It's been years. Peter McFettridge, Assault upon Helm's Deep, 498 points, 29 models, 9 bows. Breaks at 20, quarters at 7, has 5 might. Urkai Captain is the leader as expected. 2 berserkers, a guy with a banner, 4 with a crossbow, 5 with a pike. Another captain with 2 berserkers, 5 crossbows and 5 pikes. And then 1 ballista with 2 crew. That's not too bad. If I've ever seen an Assault on Helm's Deep list, it hasn't looked too horrible.
Yeah, he was funny. He was asking me. I said there's a few horrible lists, and he was like, "Where does mine rank in that?" And I was like, "I actually think yours is fine. You drop those 2 or crew out of your blinds. You've got 27 models. Some of them are crossbows. They're not going to be in the lines. You don't have a huge force.
Yeah.
Like the ballista. I think it more changes how people play rather than actually getting its value back. Like people will spread out. They'll always. Yeah, it's more of a psychological thing. I haven't seen them actually like wreck too many heroes. I've had a few bad games where heroes have been knocked about, but I'm sure it'll upset I mean, like Mike doesn't want to face it with his trolls
Obviously,
and stuff.
yeah.
But
Any big models aren't going to want to go up against it. Like, and when there's three of them,
um,
it's a lot more oppressive. But like just one sitting there, that's all it's going to do. It's just going to make you think a bit more.
yeah,
Um,
I guess so. It's the potential to do well. It's
yeah,
also got the potential to just get wrecked in Maelstrom.
yeah.
There's more nighttime missions in the pill now, so
Oh,
they're
yeah, there
horrible when
is.
you've got a siege weapon.
Yeah,
So we'll
good
see
point.
how it does. Peter's a very good player, so it's in good hands.
100%. Down to Tim Spears, the first non-tabletop admiral list. 498 points with 28 models. Fell Beings of Mirkwood. He's got Razgush as his leader. He's got a Bat Swarm, an Orc with a banner, 5 with shield, 5 with spear, a tracker, and a Warg Rider with shield and throwing spears. He's got the Spider Queen, Boo, a Bat Swarm, 5 with, Orcs with shield, 5 with spear, a tracker, and another Warg Rider with shield and throwing spears. It's 2 bows, 2 throwing weapons, breaks at 15, quarters at 7, and has 6 might points. I have never seen Tim play this before, so it's very
He
interesting.
took it to the 310 point event the other
Did
week.
he?
Yeah, it's a fun mishmash um
Was that the one where you had like all the fancy tables?
of it's a legacy list now, isn't it? All the
Yeah.
fancy what?
The
Oh yes, with
yeah,
the smaller tables. Yeah, I think well, like obviously your big hitter in this is your Razgush, who's just an absolute monster. And then the Spider Queen there too. Another like glass cannon, but hero destroyer. And then you've got bat swarms for your old tricks of picking off a hero and eating her with a Spider Queen. Um, it's a really fun list, and it looks really cool on the table.
yeah.
Whether or not it's actually good, I don't know. It's the potential to be good for sure. Where's he at with models? Is it 31?
29 it says there.
29 models. Yeah, not a decent considering you've got Razgush and the Spider Queen.
Yeah.
Um,
I quite like to fight it. It'd be quite themey for me. Um, being the fell beings of Mirkwood and whatnot.
and being Tim, it's obviously very beautifully painted as
Yeah,
well.
it's always a lovely game with him as well. So, absolutely no qualms against that. Other than the Spider Queen, I'll maybe ask him to kindly replace that with like a tree or something if he plays me. But we'll see. Yeah, solid list, Tim. Mr. Stevie McChrystal, the man, the legend himself, not on tonight as he has better things to do apparently. Um, Bringing 5 models of Thorn's Company. He's got Mr. Oakenshield with the Oakenshield. He's got Dwalin, Glowing, Gandalf, and Biffer. Solid banter list.
Yeah, I think this is a spoon contender to be honest.
Yeah.
5 models is going to be, so tough. Then you never know if you're rolling sixes, you could be chopping through.
5 decent models.
But
Yeah,
um,
but like,
I don't. I personally don't see this performing in the scenarios very well.
yeah,
It's easy to shut down, but for
don't think
sure
he's brought
fun.
for that anyway.
Definitely a contender for favorite list as well.
Yeah, yeah. I still think Mike's has to win favorite lists. This could very much could be a favorite opponent though. Could definitely see it with Stevie piloting it as well. But yeah, it could definitely up there for favorite list also. So, but yeah,
It'll be
5 decent models.
a fun 20-minute game anyway.
It will leave lots of room for Beyblade afterwards. So that's solid in terms of pure banter. Then we have Tobias bringing the Black Gate, 500 points on the nose, 29 models, breaks 15, quarters at 7, 5 might, Mordor Troll Chieftain leader is the leader. 9 Moranans with Moranans with shield, 4 with shield and spear, 1 with a banner. The Mouth of Sauron with 9 with shield and 4 with shield and spear. Always like when someone brings the Troll Chieftain as the leader, to be honest.
Yeah, this is an absolute wrecking ball of a list at 500 points.
Yeah.
I have faced the Mordor Troll Chieftain 5 or 6 times now and never taken it down. It's so tanky and it just destroys heroes. Then you've got like a limited magic, but you've still got that odd transfix that's going to be coming out when it really matters from the Mouth of Sauron. So I think this is going to do really well. You've got solid D6 line of Moranans there, and then just your big hitter. It's a really solid list, really strong at 500 points. So I expect to see Tobias do pretty well with this.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing as well. So, and he's very well versed in the forces of evil these days. definitely favours his evil armies. So, well, as you say, you've got a big wrecker and you've got someone to shut down the heroes when the big wreckers get into his wrecking. So,
Yeah.
pretty decent. Um, Wolfpack from Chris Shields, loving it. Bit of a hangover vibe going on there. 500 points, 27 models, 14 to break it, 6 to quarter it, and 7 might. Wild Warg Chieftain is his leader with 2 werewolves and 8 fell wargs. Wild Warg Chieftain with a werewolf and 6 fell wargs, and the exact same warband again. Wild Warg Chieftain, 1 werewolf and 6 fell wargs. They can't see you, but they can smell you, so you'll be getting charged from everywhere. You've played against this list, haven't you?
Yes, I thought I was being fun, and I brought the 3 hunters and Theoden all mounted, and realized that was not a fun army for my opponent to play against. Because I don't think any of my heroes lost a fight once, and the wargs just died. So sorry, Chris. But yeah, very beautifully painted army. I think it has the potential to be good against infantry armies because you do get that knockdown on uh, all the if you're
Mm-hmm.
charging, you're getting the knockdown on all of your infantry and all of your wargs.
Yeah.
I don't think personally like it's a good army. It's a very fun army. I think the issue with it is that your wargs are essentially just troops, but they're on
Yeah.
a base size twice the size of troops. So normally, you're taking engagements where you're outnumbered. They've got spear supports, you don't have spear supports. So, to get this and play this well, I think you really need to be using the terrain, getting the traps off, getting one pack around the back, and using your base size to your advantage rather than disadvantage, and really trapping small
Yeah.
units of armies and using your speed to maybe trap one side of his army and then move. It's a difficult army to
Yeah.
play
Yeah.
because of how much space it takes up on the table. But it's a very fun army, and it looks beautiful, and it looks amazing to see it on the table as well.
Yeah, it'd be a really quick army as well. It is one of the ones when the new lists all come out that a few people looked at for a while. I think obviously you didn't really see it much, but it does have interesting things going on in it. But you're right, like the main thing it's going to suffer from is the fact that you're just 9 times out of 10 going to be outnumbered in a fight, and you can be really really smart about it. So, but yeah, it's cool. I'm glad someone's brought it. Gonna feel bad killing dogs if it has to come down to it, but it is what it is. And as you say, Chris paints lovely, so it'll be good to see it, and it's a healthy amount of models. From one Wolfpack to the Wolves of Isengard, Mr. Mansfield is painting like a madman, I would assume. 500 points, 27 models, 8 bows, 12 thrown weapons, breaks 14, quarters at 6, and has 7 might. Sharky, the Warg Rider Captain, is the leader. He's got 4 Isengard Warg Riders with shield and throwing spears, 3 with bows, and 2 with shield. Then he's just got a Isengard Warg Captain on a Warg. He has 4 with shield and throwing spears, 3 with bow, and 1 with a shield. And then another one, which is almost the exact same warband, only one less bow.
Yep.
So they could be a funny matchup. Same amount of models, bunch of wargs, only he's got some riding his. Be quite funny, I think. I do think this one's probably a bit better, but
they would make great doubles partners lists.
Yeah, it would, yeah.
The
real
yeah, this is
Lords of Dogstorm.
A skew list, I think. Like it could do really well with if you run in fights and you're getting the charges. One round, you've got 27 mounted models, which is absolutely insane for 500 points. That's more models than some of the infantry armies have, and these are all like doubling their strikes if they win the fights and they've charged. So, super fast. You get that free move at the start of the game. I think that's still in the rules anyway. Lots of throwing weapons. It's like a full send. Quick. They'll move quickly. They'll die quickly, and at the end they'll either have won or lost gloriously.
Yeah.
I think it's the first time anyone's brought it to an event.
First time I've seen it.
The north anyway. So it'd be awesome to see. Very fun list and potential to do really well as well.
It could do be good and recalled. Also, you've always got the option to run up on the objectives and just fucking dismount everybody. You get more.
Yeah,
more
you could just body block them out or just kill their art. If you can't get the objectives if they're dead.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think 27 models is just. I'm so impressed how many you can get for at
Yeah.
500 points.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. It's cool though, and he's back to being himself with just very last minute frantic painting. So good to see Gareth back to his good old self. Um, Myself with Rangers Mirkwood, I purely brought this because I just wanted to bring something that I haven't brought in like ages. Um, so 18 models, 500 points, 17 bows, and a throwing weapon. Break of 10, quarter 4, and have 8 might. Leggy, Elven Cloak, 8 Rangers, Toriel, Elf Bow, 7 Rangers, and Glowing. Absolutely no tactics for this. I won't be sitting and shooting back loads like I'll maybe do it a wee bit. I'm just going to get stuck in trying to end my games quickly. This is purely a day out of eternity for me.
That's until you win your first game and you get the competitive bug, and then suddenly you're just
to be
ruining everyone's
completely
day.
coming down to who I play against. If I come up against people that I think I'll have to do it against, otherwise, if it's anyone remotely who's up for a scrap, then I'll just be having a scrap. That's what Glowing's there for. So it just makes me feel a little bit more easy about having a bit of a scrap.
You could just throw Gloin in his own, and then every time they trap him, they've got 17 shots coming.
Yeah.
Actually, it's more. It's going to be 17, 18,
Yeah, because
19,
I like
20,
listen to Toriel. Yeah.
20 shots. So he'll be trapped by their whole army, and then
Yeah.
suddenly half their army's not there anymore.
Gets 3, Toriel gets 2. So yeah, we'll see how that goes, but we'll judge it on the day. I mean, I might wake up with a bit of a fire in my belly to just do a bit of 40k instead, or bolt action, should we say. I'll have fun with it. They are incredibly easy to kill once you get into them, but I do like the idea of playing like a big horde list with goblins, like you mentioned, because you could just fire them in and they're quite fun that way, because Rangers can get more attacks when they're all ganged up on people, and it makes them a bit fun to fight with, and it just sort of changes the game a wee bit. Glenn Seymour, 500 models, 500 points, not 500 models, fuck me. 15 models with breaks at 7 and quarters at 4. Army of Edoras, he's got Haleth, Heir of Helm. 13 bows? How is this written? Oh, it's just the way that he's done the top bit. That really confused me. Haleth, Prince of Rohan on an armoured horse. He's got a rider of Rohan with a banner, 3 riders of Rohan, and a rider of Rohan with Rohan spears. Then he's got Hera on her mount, and 4 riders of Rohan, and then Hama, Prince of Rohan, on a horse as well, and 3 riders of Rohan. Just running in on the clippy clops.
Yeah, so it's one of the armies where the riders don't count as their O limit. So you do have skirmish potential with this army where you could run around and pick off a few guys before engaging. And then they have the 4th airline gas rule. I'm just reading here. So once per game at the start of any fight phase, your general can use this special rule if they've charged. If they do, until the end of the turn, all friendly Rohan models within 12 inches must reroll all to failed wounds. So you call that on the first charge, and all of your riders are rerolling their failed wounds within 12, which could just delete an army in one turn.
Yeah, decent.
Especially you've got Haleth, Hera, and Hama. So I think this is a list that could be underestimated. So I don't actually personally know Glenn. I think he's a guy from... He'd played in the IHL maybe a few years ago, but if he is a competitive player and he plays this right, it's kind of reminding me of, with the old Riders of Théoden, you'd pile your heroes in, call your death, and just smash an army in the first turn. You're not getting a heroic combat for free, but you send everyone in, call your 3 heroic combats, everyone's re-rolling all their wins, and this could smash an army in one turn. So
I might sit back and shoot this one.
Yeah, maybe that's a good idea.
Kill a bunch of horses.
It's also the first time I've seen this brought to an event this year.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone play Army of Edoras just flat before either.
I've never seen anyone bring mounted Hera.
No.
Or I haven't seen anyone bring the 2 Haleth and Hamas, so really good to see, and nice to have a new player join us up here.
Always. That could be interesting. I'm a big fan of Phil Rohan cavalry armies. They just sing to me, like I just hear the theme playing through my head as they charge up the battlefield. Craig McConnell, 499 points with 29 models. Another Sultan Helm's Deep. An Urukai Captain Leader as expected, 6 Urukai Berserkers, lovely, and 6 Urukai Warriors with Shield. A captain with 1 warrior with a banner and 11 with pikes, and then a ballista with siege veteran and 2 Gree. Again, not the nastiest thing I've ever seen. Berserkers make me smile. 1 ballista is 1 ballista. You have to take it, like, it's fucking pointless not to.
I think you're maybe better just spamming troops at
You
500.
are, but like it's part of the list, isn't it? It just, to me, it sings to the theme of the list. You have to have a ballista. You have to have one.
Yeah, it is fun. Craig's a new guy on the scene, and you can see him getting better every tournament. I think he maybe won the spoon at his first one, and then, suddenly he was 2 up from the bottom, and then the last ones he was, up mid-table. So really good to see someone new picking up the game and try a new list as well. So
Yeah.
Another list not to be counted out.
Better direction to go than starting close to the top and then starting to just gradually decline down and getting the spin anyway. So definitely a good way to come in. So it's 2 Assault and Helm's Deeps, both different enough considering what the list allows.
Our only repeat army was Assault, so it's nice to see a spread of lists.
Yeah, Ben Hanna. Ben Hanna. I'm not surprised. 60 models of Depths of Warrior, 499 points, 11 bows, 12 thrown weapons, breaks at 31, quarters at 15, it has 10 might. It's just a fuckload of goblins. He's a Moria Goblin Captain, 2 Prowlers, 2 Warriors with Bow, 3 with Shield, 5 with Spear. Next Warband is exactly the same. Next Warband is 2 Prowlers, 3 with Bow, 3 with Shield, 4 with Spear. Next one is the same as that, and the next one is 4 Prowlers, 2 Warriors with Shield, and 1 with Bow. So pretty much what it says on the tin. I mean, it could be very fun. I genuinely would like to play it. Just get the Rangers stuck in for the crack and just see what happens. But the Brits going up against this would be hilarious.
I'm just off winning a tournament with a very similar list at 310 points, and it is an impressive list. The board-wide reroll. This could be the last event where that's still in play, because I think the FAQ is due to drop maybe next week. But it's just so impressive. Your goblins just win fights like across the board that they shouldn't be winning, and you've just got so many models. Everything's trapped all the time. It's not the most fun thing to face, although it is breakable. I think I was broken. I had 39 models at 300 points.
When was that event?
A month ago, the 7th of January, I think.
Was that Gareth's event?
Gareth's event, yeah.
I was wondering what the 310 points was. Yeah, I wasn't there, so that's why I don't remember any of these things.
It is breakable. The problem is just breaking it won't win you the game. You need to break it like 2 turns before the game's over, so that the army will run away. Because even if you break it, there's still 30 models left there, and you've probably got about 3 left yourself at that stage.
Yeah.
It's so hard to deal with, and the rerolls are ridiculous. I don't know if there's anything this weekend that can deal with this in an hour-and-a-half game.
Yeah, it's the time as well really lends itself to it.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll remove the board-wide banner? Do you think that's what the FAQ will do?
I think they'll make you bring the drum again.
I think that's what you should have to do. You should have to bring the drum.
That's an easy fix.
I mean, you can take it out.
Yeah.
They'll just hide behind a rock at the back of the board anyway, like. But
Well, no. If you take, they could also make it that the drum is just the physical 12-inch drum. But
yeah,
I guess the old depths you could just hide the drum at the back, and it was board wide when it was on. Yeah, we'll see. It definitely needs some changes, and I think we'll definitely see a change in the FAQ. But can't blame someone for bringing it. It's good, and it's a competitive event. I think it'll do very well. I think it'll win, to be honest.
Yeah.
And even though it's a sweaty list, Ben's always lovely to play against. So
yeah, he is.
He has that.
It's pure Minds of Moria. At least gives you that view of them all running down the pillars and give you that bit of an epic sense of fighting off the horde. So
yeah,
it's cool. Nasty, but cool. Luke Wilkinson making a return as well with his Mimic War Leader. Absolutely love it. 498 points, 16 models, all going to be on the Mimic, no doubt. 7 Hardened Warriors with bow, 7 with spear, and the War Leader. Class. That would be funny against it as well, just walking into it and see what happens.
Yeah, I think it's maybe like the the one list that depth doesn't have an answer for
Yeah.
is how to stop a massive marauding mammoth.
Especially considering like the changes that you can't just sort of hold them up as easily now. So like that and Brutes would be the two funniest things to fight against it, and it would also be really funny to see the Brutes and the Mimic go up against each other as well.
Yeah, with Warbeast changes in this edition, and the fact that it's 500 points, like the Mimic War Leader, this is such a skill list, and we've seen it before when Luke brought this. He completely stumped my dwarf army. He ended up like shooting way up the tables. He was like on the top tables, which isn't where Luke normally wants to be. But like I think you know, it's a giant elephant. It does what you expect. It'll either smash your army or you kill it and his army all falls to its death.
The last time that Luke probably played Ben with that list was probably the time that I mentioned quite a lot that Ben shot it with a Goblin Archer and winded it, and it failed its courage test, and Luke reminded him that he could run it off the board. So like it'd be quite funny to get that rematch going. It's just the fact that it looks so nicely and calmly. He was like, no, you can. He's like, I can't do it. He's like, you definitely can. Go for it. Like, so rematch.
That'd be a great matchup. I'd love to see that.
Would be. Joseph down to the Forts of Eisen, 500 points. He's got 499 of them. 25 models. Theodred, Prince of Rohan, with a shield and Brego. 4 Rohan Royal Guard on horse. He's got Elf Helm on a horse with 6 Rohan Outriders. Grimbold of Grimslade. With 5 Warriors of Rohan with shield. Helmingus. 6 Warriors of Rohan, shield throwing spears, and 1 Warrior of Rohan with a banner. Little special ones. Don't think I've seen Forge of Eisen either being played, to be completely honest. What's the special thing about Forge of Eisen? Do they have like a...
Good question. I think the rules revolve around Theodred. Forge of Eisen. Protect the Prince. So they all have Sworn Protector Theodred. Once you're broken, you get Dominant 2 on all of your troops. The Courage of Elfhelm. If Theodred is engaged in combat within 6 of Elfhelm, then enemy models may not make strikes against Theodred. If there's another model they could make strikes against instead. That's an interesting rule.
What's the Helmingus bit all about?
That's just an upgrade for your...
Just makes them spicier?
Let me check. Warrior of Rohan. It adds +1 strength.
Okay.
There's strength 4 rather than strength 3.
Nice.
And good to see Grimbold. You never see him. He's one of the few models that have Mighty Blow in the game. He's the good Thryden, if you like. He's a rarely seen model. Also, you've got the Outriders in this list too. I don't think I've ever seen an Outrider. Actually, I've seen Michael Bunting play Outriders, but yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
Interesting list. I think 500 points is probably like where Forge of Eisen's going to peak, because Theodred is an absolute powerhouse. He re-rolling all of his field wounds. He can just like.
He was always a bit of a glass cannon.
Yeah, he still is, but you could be on his own. He could do some damage to an army, and then there's still you got 25 models there, a lot of mounted models. I think it could do well.
I think it's a really cool list. Like, it's probably one of the favorite lists I've seen Joseph bring, in terms of like thinking it's really cool. Not that Joseph brings particularly not cool lists, so don't argue it. But it's out there, and it's something different, and it's just pretty cool to see.
He likes his themed list.
He does like his themed list. I'm a big fan of him. So that's interesting.
Very cool list.
Down to Luke O'Reilly, Garrison of Athelion, 499 points, 30 models, 14 bows, breaks at 16, quarters at 7, and 8 might. He's got Faramir as his leader. He's got a warrior with a banner, 4 with shield, 4 rangers with spear, and 2 knights of Minas Tirith. Then Madril's in there with 4 warriors with shield and 4 rangers with spear. And a captain's in there with the same thing, 4 with shield and 4 rangers with spear. Again, you could say themey, but like it's new edition, everything's bloody themey, isn't it? But haven't really seen much of this being played either, so it's good to see something else. It's reasonably there. 30 models, not too bad.
Yeah, I was giving them stick for not bringing the hobbits and Gollum.
Yeah, rightly so.
But you don't bring those guys, they're crap. But
They should be a must take.
yeah, it's a strong list. 30 models is good. Lots of shooting. Decent heroes. Um, I don't like that you have to take the armored guys with this anymore, because I used to love the fact that you could just take a whole list of
Yeah, all cloaks.
rangers,
Yep.
because it reminds me of that scene where they're all shooting the Oliphants.
Yep.
Um, but like if you just threw like a guy with a shield and armor in there, it doesn't look right. So I
Yep.
don't like that they make you mix that with this list, but I understand why, because it was absolutely horrific to play against at low points in the last edition. It was just you got shot off the board. Um,
Yeah, it was like their version of Rangers Mirkwood, pretty much, wasn't it?
yeah.
And you did have to bring the hobbits in the last one, didn't you?
They FAQ'd it because it was too aggressive at lower points.
Yeah, that
so
was
they
it. Yeah.
FAQ'd it that you had to bring them. So you had like a whatever, like what's a 70-point tax or
Yeah.
something like that on.
This was Nick's
Yeah,
bread and butter for a while.
it was, yeah. So yeah, strong list. I expect it'll do decently.
Decent models, good bow count, typical Gondor list with it's got spears, it's got a strong front line. It's not bad on the hero front. Yeah, it's solid. Absolutely nothing wrong with it really. It's got the might you want at 500 points. Yeah, it's good. Paddy, also a man I believe that is rocking in from the world of not being able to game very much at the moment. Bringing 32 models of the Army of Dale. He's got Brand, King of Dale, with a Warrior of Dale with a banner, 5 with the bows, 7 with shield and spear, and 3 with shield. Then Bard, Prince of Dale, with 5 with bows and 9 with shield and spear. I haven't seen Dale in a wee while since you rocked Dale. It's actually probably the last time that I've seen Dale.
This is a different Dale that I use Garrison of Dale.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
Army of Dale. So this is set back.
Before.
Are these the guys that died to Smaug, or are these the guys that came after? I don't
I think
actually
these
know.
are the guys that would have died to him, surely. Because it was
Okay.
because Bard the Second, was he not like Bard's grandfather or whatever crap it was that, like, or was that Brand? I can't remember.
Brand, King
Yeah,
of Dale,
yeah.
possibly. But
Quite
yeah,
well
so
scratched up there.
it's quite a strange list, this, because a lot of its bonuses come from not moving. So does he have? Did he bring the knights in this list?
And the knights usually the ones you charge them, and it was an absolute bastard.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Warrior of Dale, no knights, but the Bard the Second has that rule where he gets +1 to wound if you charge him.
Yeah.
But then as an army bonus, they have Stoic Defense, where once per game they can call it at the start of a move phase, and the whole army is not allowed to move. But once you do that, you get Dominant 2 on all of your dudes, and you re-roll all of your field rolls to wound. So it's like march to the middle, bunker down, and then try and get them off the middle. That's going to be very difficult.
Yeah.
Also, your what's his bow count here? 5, 10 bows. With elf shooting, so they're hitting on 3.
Yeah. I remember this one now quite well.
Yeah, it's a strong list in a very experienced player's hands. Like, I don't think it's a super meta army, but we don't have a lot of meta lists here this weekend. And I think Paddy's one of the most experienced players here, so I expect this will do very well.
Yeah, it's very solid. I remember playing against them when he had the knights and charged them, and like it was just a pain in the hole.
Yeah, it's nice to see something different as well. There's not, I haven't seen anyone else play this other than Paddy.
I have either.
So
yeah,
nice list. Be lovely painted as well, I'm sure.
Well, yeah. And Peter with a nice wee one to end it on here. Bill, Bert, and Tom. He's got full bellies and nothing like a warm fire. 500 points. So yeah, exactly. Isn't it 150,
Um,
120, 130?
and two upgrades.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the two upgrades.
Um, yeah.
It works out at, oh yeah, 250. Of course, never mind. Ignore me. Yeah, it's right bang on. Perfect kind of event for him to run it, as he was saying, just for a bit of fun. So them as
Yeah.
well up against the Brits.
Yeah.
Trolls.
The trolls are legit this edition. Like
They're great.
the amount of
They're
the
so
amount
good.
of times that I've been completely surprised by them.
Yeah,
And I think 500 is a pretty strong point for them because you're getting your warm fire bonus, so that's a 18-inch banner. You're also getting your through might, through will, through fate. So you've got three get out of jail free cards for, if you roll a 5 high and uh, your fight. They can be trapped in this, which could be their downfall. But their fight 6 and fight 7,
and is one of
maybe
them
fight
not
8,
fight
I
eight?
believe.
Yeah, I think one of them's fight
Um,
eight.
fight 8, fight 7. You're I think it's fight 8 and fight 7. So this
One of
could
them might be
table an
fight six. I'm not
army.
sure. It could.
There, I think after you go over, your 650, they start to like taper off and how well they're going to perform. But 500 points, I think, if the right scenarios come up, you could see it doing well.
I've been wanting to play them for a long time. I keep meaning to buy them and not buying them, but they're just so fun now with all their little add-ons and stuff. They're just great crack. Like,
Yeah, I
if you
think
know what you're doing with them, you can do very well with them as well. So, in the right event,
Yeah, Sean's been doing very well with bringing
yeah,
his,
he
but
usually does.
I think Peter's a very slow painter, but a very good painter.
Yeah,
I think he's been painting these guys for a very long time now, and they look
cooking it
great.
up.
So
Not surprised.
another contender for best painted.
Yeah, very very cool. So I mean, his Mike Wilson's looks up there for a favorite army as well. Always when you're bringing the mimic, you're always in contention for that. And Stevie as well, but I'm still going to place my bets on Mike Wilson's getting it.
Yeah, I'd say Mike's gonna win favorite army. Who do you think for podium then, Connor?
Ben, definitely Ben. Um, let's see. So Ben, I think top. For second and third, it's a much harder decision though. I think Paddy could potentially find himself up there. Um, for third, I really don't know. It's a real throw up, you know. There's a few ones that could do decently. The Sultan Helm's Deeps, they get a good run off. You never know. Murphy with his Pirates, again, really strong shooting. You never know. Murphy does tend to nosedive himself, but that's usually only over 2-day events. So, I don't know. I think Paddy and Ben will definitely be sitting around there. As for the third spot, it's a hard choice.
Yeah, I think
I was
I think
thinking maybe
Tobias.
Tobias, but
Yeah,
he was going to be my wild card. So, um, if I was
I'm
to
gonna
put him
go.
in there, then the wild card would have to change.
So I think I don't think there's a list here that can deal with 60 goblins. So I'm gonna say that Ben is first. I don't think Paddy has the strongest list per se, but I think he's probably the best player here. I just don't think he can deal with 60 goblins.
No,
So I'm gonna say Paddy comes second, and um, I think Tobias's army is really strong, and he's gonna come. I think he could see his first podium and maybe a third. In terms of wild cards, I'm going to say uh, Birder could catch a lot of people off, so I'm gonna give a joint wild card. I'm gonna say Birder with Calvin's Birder's Horde, and I think Calvin's army could wreck with Boromir at
could do,
500 points.
could do.
And if Calvin gets that competitive bug and plays to win, he could do well with this.
I have a feeling he's bringing a Beyblade with him. I also think Dave Murphy could be a fair wild card. He's not in there. Like, you just don't know. Like, I know Corsairs aren't, have seen their day, but that's all the crossbows.
If he can shoot, it's a scary list. If
Yeah,
he can't shoot, it melts. So
yeah,
yeah, it depends what's rolled.
yep, very much. And then part of me also kind of wants to pick one of the monster heavy ones as a wild card, purely because it's fun too. Just Mike Wilson gets the perfect. You know what? Fuck it. Luke's my wild card. Like I've seen him do it before, so like you never know what that Luke's gonna do. At small points as well, every model killed hurts. So yeah,
could be done. It'd be great to see a Mimic on the podium.
It would. So with all of that in tow, we can do our draw and see where everybody's going to end up. Shall I just fire the 3 now?
Yep, go for it.
3, 2, 1. Oh, I'm up against the Trolls. Nice. Paddy and Ben, so straight up podium playoff right from the beginning. Many games were you playing? 4?
4 games.
4 games. Chris and Joseph. So the Wargs up against Thedred and the lads. Is this both of the Helms?
Oh yeah, what a horrible, horrible matchup.
Pirates versus Gondor's Best. We've got yourself versus a Mimic. Tobias is up against Birder, so that could also be quite a funny one. Stevie and Tim, pure banter game coming in there. They'll be absolutely elated with that. Glenn's playing Mike Wilson. What did Glenn bring again? Glenn brought
the Heroes of Veteras list.
Yes, against the Brits. So again, could be a funny one. And then Luke and Gareth. So
that's Wargs versus the Rangers.
Yeah, the only feel bad one there, to be honest, is the Sultan Helms team versus the Sultan Helms team, and then Paddy and Ben having to come up against each other so soon. But I
like the Tobias and Callum matchup because they both have a troll as early.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. Yeah, the one true troll, which should be better because Birder's a beast and he's class and I love him. But you never know with that big fucking troll team. So, very interesting. And then you're up against the Mimic with a spider, which hopefully will get very quickly squished.
It'd be great to. Can you paralyze a Mimic with Shelob? We'll have to look into that.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything can stop them moving that way.
But well,
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a magic. It activates its rule as if they've been paralyzed by the magical power, and they can't be paralyzed. I think
that's the case. Yeah.
I think maybe they can't steer, but they can still. I don't know. Probably not.
Who knows?
My army will probably be crushed before it even comes up.
Figure that out on the day. Yeah, that's an interesting one. And then Stevie's and Tim's, I just think will be absolutely hilarious. So yeah, Colin and Dave's could be. Dave's got a lot of crossbows to hurt Calvin before he gets anywhere near him. Is the only thing. But if Calvin does get near him, we'll chop him to bits. So yeah, interesting lineups. I'm quite looking forward to playing against the Trolls. So yeah, that'll be a good crack. That's us then.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks very much for coming on, Nicky. And thanks for running it for my my great return.
The
return. Not very much of a king, but very much a return. Yeah, I'll see you at the weekend, and best of luck to everybody.